We are in Hualien, Taiwan, and we're going to show you the fun things you can do here. Our first stop is Zhāng Jiā Shù Yuán.
This place charms with capybaras and a Japanese garden escape.
Here's the kimono room where we can pick out an outfit to wear. It's a capybara! And that is Zhāng Jiā Shù Yuán.
I really enjoyed seeing all the cappies. Even though they were very lazy, they were very cute and fun to play with.
Overall, this is a great Japanese experience because you get to take photos with the Japanese garden, and there's so many animals that you can pet. It's not just the capybaras, but we mainly spent time there. And this is my first time wearing a kimono. Our next stop is Hualien Cultural and Creative Park.
This place revives old winery warehouses as canvases for creativity.
It seems that this creative park used to be a winery, which is cool because the creative park in Taipei used to be an old tobacco factory. So this one's a winery. They're all different vices. And this building is a temporary exhibition called the Original Living Art Festival. A lot of these are contemporary native art. I really like this teapot and the Japanese umbrellas. This is so creative. The statue has this QR code. And that is the Hualien Cultural and Creative Park.
This creative park was pretty small, but the things that they did have were really cool, especially the one with all the AI images and then the music. That was really cool. I just wish they had more stuff.
There were only about 4 halls on display, but I still recommend you check this out because the art that we did see was amazing. And like being immersed in the room with the AI art and music, I feel like if this were in a different city, it would be full of people, but we had it all to ourselves. Now we're at the Pine Garden.
This place shares wartime stories beneath peaceful pines.
The Pine Garden is the only surviving military building built in Hualien during the Japanese occupation. This pine tree was planted in 1921 during Japanese rule, which means it's over 100 years old.
They call this section the Eco Pond and Poetry Theater.
So not only is this the only wooden structure in the Pine Garden, but during World War II, this was a commanding unit for the Japanese army because Japan took over Taiwan. And it's rumored that the highest commanding officer committed suicide here after the war. This is a blast-resistant door, but it was not installed by the Japanese. It was installed after. However, what was installed by the Japanese was this air raid shelter down here. And it also doubled as a place they could protect themselves when there were typhoons.
It makes it look like it's so hard.
All right, we're in the air raid shelter, and there's a lot of historic photos here. It's so funny how they kind of put it from the perspective of the Japanese. So it says the USS Bunker Hill burning after the second special attack off Okinawa. Like if this was an American museum, it would say like the invasion of Okinawa or the attack of we're attacking Okinawa. But here they're defending themselves from the US. This guy, he flew his aircraft into the USS Bunker Hill. So heroic. And that is the Pine Garden.
I thought the outdoor aspect of this place was very nice. I like all the trees and I enjoyed the lily pond and the bunker. But the actual inside, it's more of a creative park. So I thought that was kind of off.
I like how this place has a lot of historical significance. And I've never been in a Japanese military headquarters during World War II kind of a thing. It's like being in the bad guy's lair. So it's kind of cool. But in terms of the artwork, there's really not much to see. If you're in Hualien, this place is kind of worth stopping by because of the air raid bunker, but just know that there's an entrance fee. Our next stop is Yuedong Recreation Area.
This place echoes with bats deep inside the cave.
We're waiting for about an hour to go in a boat to see bats in the cave. And I read the Google reviews. They said that there's a lot of bats to look at, but that the cave itself is not super big. And on this plaque, it says that the inside of the cave is 20 degrees Celsius and the humidity is 99%. This place is on the very southern tip of Hualien County. So from the actual city, it takes about an hour 20 to drive down here. But then there's a bunch of rest stops along the way. And that is the Yuedong Cave, which in English means moon cave.
I thought the actual cave was really nice. I enjoyed looking at all the bats and cave features that I had. But besides that, if you have to wait, there's a lot of bugs that are very weird looking.
It also only costs 100 NT a person, so it's a great deal to go on a boat inside a cave. And if you come in winter, there's up to 2,000 bats. I was pleasantly surprised that she took us in 2 different caves, and one of them had a lot of running water in it. And aside from the bats, you can see a lot of cave features like stalactites and stalagmites. Just 3 minutes north of the bat cave is Shitiping. I probably got the accents all wrong, but it's a coastal rock area.
This place showcases stone steps carved by endless waves.
And that is Shitiping, or however you say it. I did not expect there to be a blowhole here, so that was really cool. And the views here are just awesome. It's definitely worth the $50 parking fee.
I really enjoyed it. If you have more time, you can climb all the way up there, and you can also get a great view. If you're down below, I really enjoyed seeing the ocean and definitely the blowhole.
We are at March Cave, which is a natural formation that it's like a huge tunnel by the sea. This one is free, but there's a lot of people and the water puddles look disgusting here. If you come here, maybe just spend like 5 minutes and then go. We're gonna go now. We're at Xinshe Rice Terrace, and these are basically huts that the natives, the Aboriginals, built. We are at Dongdamen Night Market.
This place celebrates indigenous flavors alongside Taiwan's best street eats.
I got a Taiwanese pork sausage with rice, and it was only 60 NT.
This dog has a Chinese sign and it says, "I'm selling guava for my mom. My name is Mike."
I got a lot of lemon. That's good.
This is the most famous stand in the night market. It sells coffin bread. So I got one for $75 and we'll go somewhere where it's not raining and we'll try it. They also give you free milk tea. So this is what it looks like. It's a piece of soft, fluffy bread with, I got black pepper beef inside. The bread is very good, and so is the beef. This place is so popular that they have Uber Eats, and it's just a night market stand.
For my fourth item, I got sweet potato balls. They're so good. They're so chewy. Aha!
At this Aboriginal food stand, we got bamboo rice, which has salted pork inside, and then there's also a Taiwanese sausage here. This one looks more legit than the last one. If the rain hadn't canceled our Aboriginal experience, this might be one of the foods we would have eaten. Bamboo rice. This sausage is made of flying fish egg. Way better than the other one.
I was curious about Brothers bamboo rice, so I took a bite and I liked it, so I got one for myself. This is the last thing I'm getting because I'm getting really full.
And that is Dongdamen Night Market.
I thought this night market was really cool because they have a bunch of native booths. So if you want something very traditional, this is where you want to go.
I would say that this is one of the most unique night markets that we've been to in Taiwan. It stands out because almost all the stands are Aboriginal, so they have some sort of native food. Also, the walkways are really wide, so it's not like the ones in Taipei where it's just way too jam-packed and crowded. Like you don't feel the claustrophobia here. And there were some really unique foods that I tried. My favorite was the coffin bread.
See you in the next video. Bye!